Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. This is Riad Ouarzazi, and I'm welcoming you to another episode of ROC Your Ramadan 2014, day 7. I'm here traveling on a train from London to Manchester because I have an event. It's a fundraising event running by Human Appeal for the orphans in Syria. So I thought to take advantage and send you my daily messages on, for the ROC Your Ramadan series. Today is episode 7. In episode 6, we talked about how to break, habits in Ramadan. We spoke about, the first thing, which is to realize or recognize the fact that you have a bad habit and your willingness to change it or to cut it. We also spoke about the claim from behavioral psychology that every behavior has a reward or that has a reward or punishment. So we said that you need to find out how your bad habit are rewarding you to be able to to be able to stop. We also talked about the fact that you need to figure out the feelings attached to that bad habit, to the circumstances by which make you indulge in that bad habit. Like at what point, what time do you indulge in that bad habit? Is it when you're angry? Is it when you're stressed or whatever? So once you find that out, then it's something that you can try to avoid totally. But let me also share with you some practical steps. It is not only about the just cutting or stopping this or breaking this bad habit, but also try to replace a bad habit with a good habit. So every time, let's say may Allah forbid, let's say somebody who's addicted to nicotine, maybe try chewing gum. If you're addicted to listening to music, for instance, listening to music is I know a lot of people, Muslims, they call it as a bad habit. So we tell them, maybe try to have a substitute, some sort of, let's say, Quran recitation or nasheed. Substitute the bad habit with something good, listen to hadith instead or nasheed instead. Or even at some point, and don't misunderstand me, I'm not an advocate of not listening to music, because the matter is very clear in Islam. But at least cut it down, for somebody who listens to music, 24/7, or he's really like every day, going, coming back, listening to music. You can try to cut it down, and slowly, gradually, inshallah ta'ala, by also listening to the Quran and the dhikr of Allah, that should help you break that bad habit. Also, you need that strong power. This is really, really, really important. That strong will. If you were to, let's say, find yourself indulging in a bad habit, impose the punishment upon yourself. And let me explain what I mean by imposing a punishment. Let's say if you were to do that bad habit, commit to sadaqah. Every time you see yourself doing that bad habit, I'm going to give, a sadaqah, or I'm going to pray 2 rak'at qiyam al-layl, or I'm going to go and clean the masjid. This is a nice punishment. So it's psychologically it's very important, but also the opposite is true. Let's say if you find, if you see some progress, reward yourself on a weekly basis or even on a daily basis. Whenever you see some progress that you're cutting from that or breaking from that bad habit, like you reach a milestone, treat yourself, to something nice, inshallah ta'ala. It's also something that psychologically is very helpful to your progress, inshallah. And something also very important is to get friends, support from friends and family, but also make sure you stay away from friends who, let's say, who are indulging in that same bad habit. You want to stay away from smoking, and then all your friends are smokers, so you need to stay away from it. So you get the right type of support, the right type of support from your friends and family. And of course, do not forget your dua, which is the weapon of the believer. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us all to practice and to convey. Until another episode of ROC Your Ramadan 2014, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.